Hello, sixth graders. Welcome to the next week of social distancing school. This week you've got two assignments. There's a worksheet posted in Google Classroom on median and mode. And then your second assignment is another ALEKS assignment on mean, median, and mode, so no book assignment this week. This slideshow is the same one you saw on Wednesday at the Google Meet. So I'm just going to run through again, median and mode. Just to remind you, we're working on averages, and there's three types of averages that we call, as a collective term, measures of center. There's mean, median, and mode. So I'm going to use this data set of hurricanes in the Atlantic over a 7-year period as an example to do mean, median, and mode. So with the mean average, again, we have 7 hurricanes. This is the one where you add up all the numbers and then you divide by how many numbers are in your data set. So since we have 7 numbers in Atlantic Hurricanes data set, we add up all the numbers, we get 57, we divide it by 7. That is the mean average. The way I remember it is mean is the meanest, it makes you do the most work. Median is the middle, and you would put these numbers in order in your data set, so 4 being the smallest, 5 being the greatest, and order them from least to greatest, and whatever's in the middle is called your median average. If there's one number right in the middle by itself with an equal amount of numbers on either side, that's easy, so in this case the median would be 8. And the trick I remember for that one is that median is the middle of the freeway. Median sounds like middle. A couple exceptions for median. If there's 2 numbers in the middle, so let's say 4 and 6, you have to split the difference between those 2 numbers. You have to find the middle of the middle. So in between 4 and 6 is the number 5. 5 would be your median. If you look at the bottom of your screen, you have 2 numbers like 14 and 70, and you don't really know by looking at it what the middle is, you can always add up those 2 numbers and divide by 2. So 14 plus 70 is 84, and 84 divided by 2 is 42. 42 is right between 14 and 70. Also, another thing to note with median average is that if there's 2 numbers in the middle, then you don't have to do anything if they're the same number. So 2 numbers in the middle that are the same, you just say 93 in this case would be the median average. And then finally mode. Again, looking at the hurricanes, mode is easy. It's just the number that shows up the most. So in this case, the mode is 9 because 9 shows up twice and everything else shows up once. The way I remember mode is it sounds like the word most. Mode is 4 letters, most is 4 letters. That's how I remember it. A few exceptions to mode. If all the numbers show up once, then you would say there's no mode. If different numbers show up an equal amount of times more than once, so in this case 11 shows up twice and 21 shows up twice, then they're both the mode. So in this case 11 and 21 would both be the mode. This was the example we did on Wednesday, but here's a data set, monthly spending. Find the median and mode. So the median, I would just put them in order, and I have 2 numbers in the middle, 50 and 56. So what's right between them? 53. The mode is the one where you just put them in order, and you'll note that 62 shows up twice, so it's the mode. And then if you were asked on this question to find the measures of center, you need to know that what they're asking you for is mean, median, and mode. So just to recap, mean is the meanest. You add them all up and divide by how many numbers there are. In this case, you would add up all these numbers and divide by 7. Median is the middle. So you'd put them in order from least to greatest and then you would find the middle of the data set. And mode is the easy one. It's the most common occurring. When you add these up and divide by 7, you should get 32 for the mean. When you put them in order, you'll notice that 33 is right in the middle. And you can probably tell just by looking at it that the mode, the only one that shows up more than once, is 31. So 31 is the mode. Next week, so this week you've got median and mode assignment. Next week it's a measure of variation assignment. That's what we'll talk about on Wednesday's Google Meet. And just to give you a hint, measures of variation, this is a series of breaking up data sets into 4 quartiles or 4 quarters. So you put numbers in order, you break them into 4 sections. It's a pretty vocab heavy assignment and includes things that you might have heard of like range, interquartile range. We'll get into that next week, but just as a heads up, that's what we're talking about on Wednesday. But for this week, it's median and mode. Again, you have 2 assignments. Oh, it's going crazy backwards. There's a worksheet, and then there's the ALEKS assignment. I hope you guys have a great, safe week. I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday, and that concludes our lesson for today.